I was super tired. Okay, so we're going to go look at this real quick, guys. Remember yesterday we talked about quadratic functions? We talked about still getting used to it again. I'm with you on that one, brother. So I'm looking at the quadratic functions. Remember, quadratics was going to be anything with the x squared. Now, when it comes to the x squared part, once I see it in this form, guys, once I see it like this, y equals, I'm automatically thinking, you need to think this too. You automatically should be thinking graphs. Man, I can graph that. Now, I'm not going to argue that graphing in this situation, I prefer to graph it with a calculator than anything else. Only because when you draw a curved line, you draw a curved line like this, you know, kind of like cheapy, all right? So it's kind of like weird, but unfortunately or fortunately, we have this calculator that does everything for us. So I'd just say lean on the calculator a little bit right now in this situation. Now, I will show you how to get, you know, really good test scores and really good everything scores, but I do want you to know how to do it by hand too. So we'll do both, but don't be afraid, at least for this section, to lean on this calculator for, you know, help, guidance, whatever it is, okay? So let's go back to the book. Remember this part. Several things. This thing is a parabola. You got it. This is opening up. The parent function is this right here, x squared. This right here is the form that we want, ax squared plus bx plus c, to be called standard form. It doesn't necessarily have to be in that form, but it's a standard form, the basic one. The type of graph is a parabola. To find the axis of symmetry, the axis of symmetry, guys, runs through this point right here, right? The axis of symmetry is this point, this line that runs through this point slash the vertex. That's going to be your minimum for this one because it comes down to the lowest point. Or if it opens down and this is the highest point, it's your maximum. That vertex right there, guys, is going to be right here where, I guess, this half and this half are mirrored around each other around this axis of symmetry, and this would be your lowest point slash highest point. Other than that, that's about it. That's all we talked about yesterday. I do want you to see several things real quick. I did do some tutoring with some people yesterday. I do want you to know by looking at these things, I'm going to jump to the thing real quick. Oh, great. Still another example. Looking at these four right there, you can tell which ones open up and which ones open down. Like, I don't know if you understand that yet. Okay, so when I look at this, I see this, and I see, ooh, I can graph this part. I can graph it all because it's set up y equals. You see this negative right here in the beginning? That one opens down. Okay, see how this one's positive? The x squared part, guys. That one opens up. So you need to be aware of that, okay? This one right here opens down. And then this one opens up. Do you have any questions about how I recognize that? How I know what's going on here? Now, I'm not telling you I know where they are on the XY coordinate grid. I'm just telling you I know they go up and down. Okay? That's what I know for sure. So, Tristan, ready? This is a negative. This opens down. Positive opens up. Everybody got it? Thank you, Tristan, for always helping out, commenting, and seeing what's going on. Okay, going on back over here. We left off yesterday. Okay, so we did some of these yesterday, right? But we did more along the lines giving us a graph. Okay, they gave us a graph. We kind of left off right here. Okay, now I'll do one real quick for yesterday. They want us to find the vertex. There's your vertex. They want us to find the axis of symmetry, guys. The axis of symmetry is this line that goes like this. See this? Okay, now the axis of symmetry, if you get that coordinate, of 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 4, the axis of symmetry is going to be called x is equal to the x value. X equals to 1, okay? That's your axis of symmetry. This here is your x-intercepts slash your zeros. We covered this yesterday, okay? These are my zeros. This here is my y-intercept. And that's basically all you need to know. This is also your vertex, and this is also a maximum. Going once, going twice. I want to add some more things on here if you don't mind. You don't mind? I want to add the domain, the range. You all have this for today's homework, today's assignments. So knowing this coordinate right there, guys, as 1, 4, my domain, if you think of my domain, this goes forever in the left, forever to the right. My domain is all real numbers. My range, I write the range out just so we don't get it confused with all real numbers. My range is, look, here. You see that? I always tell you to go like this. Do that. And then the lowest number would be negative infinity. The highest number would be 1, 2, 3, 4. This is your answer. Actually, no, this is not my answer. This part is your answer. It goes and touches it. So this is your answer. Y values that are less than or equal to 4. They don't include that negative part because this already includes that part. Going once, going twice, you need to know all of this stuff. You will be having this today on today's assignment. It's not hard. It's not easy. It's just a lot of info. So you got to be pumped up, ready to go with this thing. Cool? Now, I gave you some of these now. We're going to this one right here. Okay? Find the vertex of the equation, the axis of symmetry of the equation, and the y-intercept of each function. So this is kind of like not a graph. It's not a graph like this one. So I'm going to tell you to do this, if you don't mind. Graph it. Get your calculator and graph it. None of these are graphed, right? I always just graph it. Honestly, graph it. So when I give you this for your assignment, turn on your calculator. And here it goes. 2x squared plus 4x minus 3. This is in your homework, guys. I have this in your homework today, so help me out. Let's get ready. Turn your calculator and follow me too, please. The equation is going to be 2x squared plus 4x minus 3. So I'm actually going to get my calculator. Ready? And then you copy it down right there. We're going to do this one right here. We're going to find the vertex, axis of symmetry, and y-intercept of each equation. I'm going to tell you this much. This is my y-intercept already. That constant, that's my y-intercept. That's that one already. Okay? Just giving you a heads up. So for me to use my y-intercept, to use on my calculator, I need to go ahead and plug it in there. So I'm going to go here and type in everything. 2x squared. Yes, I'm moving fast. I see that time is flying. Just look at the time. I can't realize it's already, wow. So we got to hurry up. Okay, we're going to graph that thing right there. Now look, who can help me out, guys? Where do I find all my features? Where do I find all my features that can help me find this stuff? I know Leah knows. Anybody else know? How do I find the vertex? And I'm talking about what feature on the calculator. Where do I go on the calculator? Thank you. So where is that? I see vertex. I see trace. Where is this? How do I find these things? Where do I go on my calculator? Good job. Menu. Now, I think trace, right? Now, if I go to, look, I'm going to tell you this much. If I go to trace and I press right or left, it gives me everything I need. It gives me everything. So let me go to the right. That's one of my zeros. It didn't say to find it, but I could find it there. There's my 0. There's my minimum slash my vertex. You see that? My y-intercept, -3. I told you, if you look at that constant number by itself is your y-intercept. Why? Because when x is 0, when you're on the x-axis, if you're on the x-axis, if you're on the y-axis, what do you know about that? You know that x is equal to 0. So you put x equal to 0 for here, it goes away, and it just leaves you -3. Math, super cool. It never lets you down. Go to the right. There's my other 0. Okay? So we found the vertex. We found the 0 here. We found the y-intercept there. We found the vertex right there, my minimum. And then we found my 0. Okay, now I'm going to go back to the vertex. What is my axis of symmetry, guys? Anybody know what my axis of symmetry is? No. The vertex is a point, and that's that point right there. The axis of symmetry is this line right here that goes through here. Thank you so much, Christopher. It's x is equal to a -1. You got to juggle all this info. You got to juggle all the info. Okay, guys? You got to back and forth. Man, this means that. This means this, and go back and forth. You got it. Anybody have any questions? Okay, next thing is, it doesn't say to do this, but you need to be experts at this. You need to be like, man, like expert. What's my domain? Y'all should know this one already. What is my domain for this? Come on, guys. Our real number is perfect. I'm going to ask you for another thing. What's another word for domain? I'm going to go with, I think, 2 other names. Okay, X. I'm going with that one, X. And there's one more. Come on, Louis. Somebody else. Give me the other one. You need to be aware of this one. You're not thinking about it, but I know it's there. No, you're independent. Wait, independent variable. Okay. And all right, pretty cool, right? So let's come out here with your range. What's my range on this one, guys? Think about this one. Hey, don't be afraid to mess up in my class, guys. I don't get after you. I just help you out, guide you in the right direction, / you let me see if you know or you don't. Ooh, okay. What about, I'm not asking for the words. Y is less than or equal to -5. Almost. We're going to go with Y is greater than. You see how all the Y's are greater? -5. You see that? Look at this one. Boom. You see it? And yes, dependent. Y. Okay? Questions over that stuff, guys? Honestly, that's what your homework's about. And the book continues to practice and practice some more. Let me see. How do y'all feel about this stuff, guys? Okay? Medium? Más o menos? Okay, let's go ahead and practice one more, yes? Let's practice another one. Let's come back to the book. These are actually worked out for you. So let's look at this one real quick. Can you all tell me, does this one open up or does it open down? Looking at B, I'm looking at this one right here, B. Does that one open up or does it open down, guys? Come on. What I mean, this is opening up and this one's opening down. How do you know, Tristan? You're right. I won't lie to you. You're right. But how do you know? What gives it away? The negative x squared, right? Perfect. Okay, so let's graph that one on the calculator, guys. Let's graph that on the calculator. You need to read. You need to understand what the questions are asking. It's asking you to tell me everything. Tell me the y-intercept. Tell me the x-intercepts or zeros or roots or solutions. Tell me the vertex. Tell me if it's the maximum. Tell me if it's the minimum. Tell me the axis of symmetry. All these questions can come from these things. You didn't know it all. You didn't know how to look at this and understand what's going on. Tell me the domain. Tell me the range. Tell me the independent. Tell me every. You got to tell me all of this stuff. So write that one out. I know you're doing number or letter B. Let's look at letter B. Okay. Now I'm not saying not to use your pencil and paper. I'm just saying calculator becomes a little easier. Okay. Now let's come out here. I'm going to go to the calculator and start typing it in there. If you don't mind. Nope. Here. I am going to start a whole new document. I don't want to save the old stuff. Now, I do want to come back and show you this part real quick. Guys, I am automatically thinking, once I see this stuff, once I see as y equals, ooh, I can graph it. Even if I have y is equal to 3x plus 4, I don't care what, graph it. In my head, I want to graph it so I can see it. So let me come back to the calculator. It's going to be a negative x squared plus 6x plus 4. Wow, maybe I'm talking too much. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Ready? What is that there? Okay, so right there, I have my graph. Guys, oh, great. Just FYI, look at my computer screen. Look at my screen, guys. You can go here to menu, and you can go to zoom. You can go to zoom out. Zoom out anywhere. You see, there's a whole graph now. If I went too far and like, oh great, I don't know what I did, you can always go back here to menu and go back to zoom and then go back to standard, like when it first gave it to you, and it starts it like all the way the first initial thing. Where do I go now? Anybody know where to go now? Please, somebody know where to go. What do I? Jasmine. Ready, Jasmine? I didn't see that question. We're going to go to menu, Jasmine. Two things, Jasmine. If you go here to trace and graph trace, and now all you do right here is go to the right. You see this? And this way, it's going to give you all the information. When I get to the highest point, it's going to give me maximum or minimum. Wait, why is it not giving it to me? Well, there's my maximum. Wow, okay, this is kind of weird. Why is it not giving it to me? Why is it not showing me the word? I have no idea. You know what, Jasmine? Thank you for asking that question. So look at my thing. Come here, menu, analyze graph. I am going to a maximum. Now, I see that point right there. I'm going to go to this side, go to that side, and there it is. 313. I knew it was that one, but really, I don't know why it's not doing it. I go to trace, graph trace, and it tells me everything I need to know. I do not know why it's not telling me words or you know, let me zoom out. Maybe it'll tell me. Okay. Menu, trace, graph trace. Maybe since it didn't tell me. What in the world? It's telling me for the y-intercept. It always tells you like maximum, minimum. Wow, I don't know what's going on. I don't know why this one's not working. Forgive me on that one. Okay, do you have any questions, guys? What's going on here? Okay, and regarding all this madness here, we need to figure out several things. We can't just do all this stuff, and Lord knows, I don't know what's going on. I'm like totally lost. No, ready? Let's come out here and figure this out. What's your vertex? Anybody can help me out with the vertex? Anybody knows the vertex? Come on, anybody. Somebody. Can somebody give me a something? Okay, not a something. The numbers that go with your vertex. Let's go, vertex. Somebody. 313. Excellent. Can anybody give me the axis of I'm going to stop there because I don't know how to spell symmetry. I don't know if it has two M's or one M. Oh, it has two M's. Does anybody know the axis of symmetry? Axis of symmetry. Christopher put 6. Okay, Chris. Anybody else? Okay, so look at this. The axis of symmetry has to go through here. Has to go through there. And it's always the vertex, that number right there. So it's going to be x is equal to 3. Okay, there's your axis of symmetry. You got it, Christopher? I left my point right there, so that's where that 6,4 comes from. Okay? Kind of caught you there. Kind of tricked you, brother. So make sure you know the axis of symmetry is that line, and it has to go through the vertex. I'm going to ask you, is it a maximum or is it a minimum? Thank you so much. It's a max. My y-intercept, guys. What in the world is my y-intercept? Anybody know my y-intercept? Thank you so much, Tristan. 4. Okay. What else do we need to know here? Okay, let's label the zeros. How about this? Just show a 0. Put the word 0 here and the word 0 here. Cool. What else? What else, guys? Come on, let's think what else. Oh, yeah, domain. What's my domain on this one? This one should be automatic already. Automatic. If each time you know these right here, once you see them, your domain is... Tristan, you had it right now. Let's go. Christopher, let's go. Jasmine, what's my domain? I think I'm talking to the same people. Leah, what's my domain? Louis, domain. Dominic, let's go, let's go. My domain refers to my x values. You see this graph, how it has a little slant to the side? It means it goes forever in that direction. Slant, forever in that direction. All real numbers. Good job, Leah. What's my range now? The range is the one that you have to actually think. So right now, look at this one. Are these numbers, these graphs, are they going above or are they going below? Don't lie to me. Are they going above or are they going below? Okay, so in your head, you got to think about those. Those numbers below are less than. So we're going to go with y, and we're going to have them less. Oh, wait, no, that's greater. Oh, yeah, that's less than. Y less than or equal to, what's the number that refers to the y? 13. There's your answer. Going once, going twice. How do y'all, or what do y'all feel about this? So how do you get the 6-4? Where's that 6-4? Oh, okay, Jasmine, let me show you what I did. Ready? I just basically went to graph trace, and I was just pressing to the right. And last time I pressed it, I left it on 6-4. 6-4 is not even important to this. You understand? I was going back and forth. And when the last place I left it was right there. Hey guys, can I ask you this? What's another cool feature right here that you can do on this calculator? Please, somebody for a free bonus points. Free bonus points. What's the other thing that you can do right now to your calculator screen? Somebody please zoom out right now. That's not cool. Come on, somebody. Anybody? Go back? No, not go back. Somebody else. Come on. Guys, what period is this? Fifth? Okay. I got it. Somebody? Three, two, I'm going to show you now. 1. Ready? Oh, yes, Leilani, you got it. How? Okay, Leilani, how do you do that table? Cricket, anybody? Ready? Control. Hey, Leah got it. Control T. These are all points from your graph. These are all good points from your graph. Pretty cool. How do you get rid of it now? You just go Control T again. Pretty cool, right, guys? FYI, pretty neatness. I'm going to show you something cool if y'all don't mind. If you go to tab, you can add another equation, like 2x plus 4. I have a line going through both. You got it? Like the sky's the limit what you can do with this calculator. We just don't want to go too far. Last time somebody did so much stuff here, they started controlling the spaceship. You know, the space shuttle that was going in space. One person even took over control of the rover on Mars. I was like, no, don't be doing that. Okay, just kidding, guys. Just kidding. Bad joke. You do have an assignment right now, Alex? It's called 9/1, and it's 10 questions. Get her done, guys. Get her done. Guys, I did get, I got not called or whatever. I talked to my principal this morning, and they were talking to me about you all taking the STAR test and something that I had said about taking the STAR test. Just focus on doing the work. Don't worry about anything else. Just focus on doing the work. You got it? All this stuff. You're going to have to take a test in my class over this stuff when it comes to the end of this chapter 9 and so forth. One thing at a time. If you're not going to take the STAR test at the end of the year, I'm still going to teach you. You're still going to learn either way. So just don't worry about the STAR and just worry about learning the material. You know, don't worry about taking the STAR. If you're going to take the STAR, awesome. If you're not going to take the STAR, awesome. Let's just worry about learning the material. I know I'm not even addressing the STAR because I still need to teach you a couple of more, or this whole chapter here and some more tricks before I can even tell you or talk to you that I feel comfortable talking to you about the star. I won't lie to you. Every year I get the students commended or masters. Usually, we do study all the way till we usually just test in May, and I won't start reviewing for the test or getting ready for the test till April. So right now I'm not even thinking about the test. I'm still worried about teaching y'all. As you notice, I don't teach to the test. I don't teach you, hey, this is how you answer this question, this is how you answer that question, this is how you get that grade. No. I will teach you everything, I promise, everything you need to know. And then at the end, before we start, finishing up the year, I'll start teaching you all, hey, this is how what the test questions, what they're looking like, this is what they want to ask, this is what they mean. I don't even teach you how to answer the questions. I just teach you how to read the questions. That's it. And you should do good naturally on your own. So I'm not even worried about the star. I've told you since the beginning of the year, first couple of weeks of my class, you'll be able to pass the star. But I'm not even worried about it. Like, don't even worry about it either. Just worry about learning all this stuff. Will we still get credit for this class? Jasmine, I believe so, Jasmine. You still get credit. So when it comes to the star, this is the way it goes. You will have to take the star. If you don't take it this year, you'll take it next year. But don't worry about it. You're going to be so prepared. How do I tell you this? I hate to tell you all this. I hate to mention all this stuff about the star. Don't worry about the star. I know since elementary they've been asking you and telling you, hey, star, star, star.